So earlier, I was supposed to come over here and meet up with the boys, but I was fixing my computer, fixing the game, and so I drove up here. I saved so that by the time I stream tonight, I would just resume and just start the mission. But it looks like they changed locations. Now they're somewhere 4,500 yards away. She didn't want to play too much. How's she doing, by the way? I heard that her lips are messed up or something. I didn't catch the whole story behind that. 110 has so much stuff to do. You did it. Within a month you made level up to 110. This jacket is, oh god, is the Specs Up jacket? That's what they labeled? And it gives me, what, ×2 money, ×2 hunger, ×2 attack and health.
So, Zach, this case turned into a multiple homicide.
What kind of motives turn a criminal into a serial killer? Is it hedonistic? Ritualistic? Copycat crime? Sex-related? Cannibalistic? From the Bureau's statistics. These interesting ideas don't always really explain the real motive. They're just words, phrases that the media uses to scare citizens. The spotlight falls on a mere 1% of all cases. Only the weird ones.
You understand all this, right, Zach? No matter how bizarre a crime may appear to be, at the root, there is always rage and personal interest.
Only city folks,
right, Zach?
Cops can
Most
do
people
that
simply don't kill for pleasure. But that kind of common sense never applies to our investigations. Maybe we're lucky. Or unlucky, depending on how you look at it. We end up working on those cases in that 1%.
Do you remember, Zach? The first case we handled, just after becoming a special agent?
Next month, wow.
Now let's talk about this another time. I don't feel like it right now.
So right now, do you have enough to buy a second month or third month of WoW using your in-game money? Because I want to know how much effort you have to put in to gain that much gold to get a free mug. No, you don't. You don't remember this? This area? Well, you're already max level, so shouldn't be a problem with you now. Hey, Bone. How are you doing?
Do you remember? How many years ago was it now?
Come on!
That multiple homicide of young girls in that college town in Illinois. All the victims were cut open from the throat to the crotch. Ripped right open.
Whoa.
During the autopsy, a second stomach was found inside the first victim's body. Of course, she didn't naturally grow a second stomach. One of the stomachs belonged to someone else.
Gross.
As more victims piled up, there was one with 2 hearts.
Oh, that's so nice. I don't need to get on my car to get these items.
4 lungs. Different organs each time.
Of course, those extra organs didn't do the girls much good, right, Zach?
And they say too much is never enough. In the end, we arrested a professor at the med school. They found the body of his daughter, dead, and the missing organs at his house. Do you remember what he said when we took him in? I was ordered to restore those deformed bodies back to normal. And remember who he said ordered him? An alien. Well,
Sounds
of course,
about
we
right.
couldn't arrest an alien, so we arrested the professor instead. Serial killers can't be caught by logic and common sense. I learned this the hard way. That
Oh,
first
did you want to
case
watch
taught me
Rogue
that.
One today?
Since then, these cases just keep getting more and more complicated. It's a tough job. I thought getting experience while I was young would make the job easier.
How far is this road? Okay, we're almost at the end. And then I'm gonna turn around. It's 73%. Oh crap. Ah, should be fine actually. Where can I get more flares in case my car gets destroyed? 'Cause I know you use a flare, it brings out, or it's, I don't know, it just spawns a new cop car for you, right? Oh, right. I forgot. Ah, that's fine. Anyway. Ah,
There was another really bad one around this time of year. 3 years ago. Remember, Zach?
Yes, that's right. That one. Multiple homicide, same MO, across Utah, Colorado, and Missouri. The victims were all average married housewives. But after being run over so many times by a car, they didn't look human. 5 victims in 2 months in the 3 states. The way he killed them was always the same. But aside from that, there was nothing that linked the victims together. Well, they were all married. But age, race, nothing else matched up. Tire marks and fragments of paint.
Zach, is there something here that you want to
Nice.
check out?
According to Lily, the twins should be with Kaysen.
just need to
Perhaps we
switch
should try
cars
going to where
and
she
head
told
out.
us they might be.
I gotta imagine just driving these roads at night where there are no lights on the side. It's just gotta be so freaking scared.
Zach, picking up from where we left off, there was another really bad one around this time of year. 3 years ago. Remember, Zach?
Yes, that's right.
no!
That one. Multiple homicide, same MO, across Utah, Colorado, and Missouri. The victims were all average married housewives. But after being run over so many times by a car, they didn't look human. 5 victims in 2 months in 3 states. The way he killed them was always the same.
handbrake.
But aside from that, there was nothing that linked the victims together. Well, they were all married.
Zach, we're here. Let's continue our chat later.
Yeah, let's continue later.
Agent York, I found Isaac and Isaiah. They're over there. Let's go.
By themselves? Oh yeah, that's right with Gabe.
Hello again, Isaac and Isaiah. I hear you're teaching Willie to do tricks. What's your secret?
It's easy. Really simple.
Yeah?
If he does it right, we give him a treat. A cookie if he does it right.
I see. Very clever.
I think he does it wrong.
So, tell me, you two. Could you perhaps tell me your other special secret with Becky?
No, we can't. It won't be a secret if we tell.
Ugh.
I'm not telling. We promised Becky.
Well, that's a problem. Because I also made a promise to Becky. A promise to catch the bad man who hurt her. But I can't keep my promise if I don't know what the secret is. Do you see?
Those eyes. It's like death.
She told us to give Diane a box. It wasn't that heavy.
We took it to the art gallery and gave it to Diane.
Is that all Becky gave you?
Just when we were leaving to take the box to Diane, Becky called us back. She handed us something. It was small and round. She told us to keep it safe in our pocket and give it to Diane.
Those eyes. That stare.
And then you met Carol on your way?
Yep, I took the round thing out of my pocket and we looked at it.
And then she talked to us.
We told her that we were on an errand for Becky. She said she'd do it for us.
But we told her no, because Becky asked us, not her. We promised Becky to do it ourselves.
Carol. Thomas' sister, right? Is that who
So
she is?
Becky did entrust the locket to them. And now Carol has it. Right, Kaysen?
Huh?
You were in the room when Carol took the locket back from Diane.
Nice.
I saw you
Tennis
with
trainer bell.
Diane in the art gallery that day.
Well, yeah, I was there in the room, but I was only chatting with Diane. Oh, then Carol burst in, all angry looking. While Carol and Diane had their talk, I just sat there like a frog. Yeah, so Carol took the locket from Diane, but that has nothing to do with me,
I
right?
believe you.
Yes, I believe so. But from this instant, you are now a key witness in this case. I'm afraid you can't leave town until you hear from me.
What? Can you do that?
Of course
This
I
is
can.
all starting to sound a little like Alice in Wonderland.
Which makes you Humpty Dumpty. Isaac and Isaiah.
Is that a thrust?
Thank you. I think I'll be able to keep my promise with Becky thanks to you two.
How is Becky?
Is she getting better?
She'll come and help out at our store again, won't she?
She'll come and play with us again, won't she?
Boys, about Becky.
That's right. Becky is almost totally better now.
That's the best way to do it.
But I don't think she'll be able to come and see you. I was told by Becky to keep this a secret. But she's actually a goddess of the forest, just like Anna. I think she's gonna be in the forest with Anna for a while.
Cool. We'll keep this a secret then, too.
Wow, that's why Anna and Becky are such good friends.
Okay, Willie.
You're happy too, aren't you?
What stupid kids.
Zach, I hope Emily doesn't end up as a forest goddess, too. Okay then, Zach. Let's go over what we found out recently about the case.
First, Diane, the owner of the art gallery. She was out drinking with Nick Cormack in a bar on the night Anna died. Nick confirmed this,
Shirley, please.
and so she has an alibi. But then we have what Nick's wife Olivia told us.
According to Olivia, Nick and Diane not only went to the bar, but also went somewhere else that night. Do you remember where that was, Zach?
Back to their place.
That's right, the art gallery. Before entering the gallery, Diane looked back towards Olivia, almost as though she saw Olivia in the dark. Nick's behavior has also become more suspicious by the day. If Olivia is correct, then he is heavily involved in this case. But we have no conclusive evidence of that at the moment. The only thing we can say for sure is that Nick's whereabouts are unknown at the time of Becky's murder. He has no alibi for the crime, but that fact alone means nothing. So who was it that called Thomas to report trouble at Becky's place?
Quint? Quint?
That's right. It was
Oh,
Quint,
it's a lucky guess.
Becky's boyfriend. He went to her house and saw the
Oh
tragedy.
yeah, that's right. He was outside just crying.
Now, about
Was he?
Becky's murder. I'm embarrassed and mortified. Killer struck again while we were on the case. We found her bitten off tongue. A massive amount of red seeds that poured out with the blood. And an inverted peace symbol, like the one seen at the site of Anna's murder. From the similarities, one can deduce that Anna's killer killed Becky.
We also found one other important piece of evidence in Becky's room. Can you remember what that was, Zach?
Oh, there's a lot of evidence. One of it is a sketchbook with her notes, right?
That's right. We found a sketchbook in Becky's room.
So
She had
smart.
apparently written a letter to her sister Diane. It revealed that Becky took a locket from Anna's body at the crime scene. She also admitted to borrowing a pair of Diane's stiletto heel shoes. So Miss Stiletto Heels was Becky.
There was something else at the end of the letter. It said that she handed the locket and stiletto heel shoes to someone. Do you remember who, Zach?
Ooh. To the boys.
That's right, Zach. And from what Isaac and Isaiah told us,
Carol offered to take the items to Diane, but the twins refused. They gave them to Diane themselves, as they had promised. For some reason, Carol wanted the locket. She ended up storming into the gallery to take it from Diane. And when Carol took the locket from Diane, Kaysen just happened to be there. Is Kaysen involved in this? Or was he just there by coincidence? I wonder what's so special about the locket, too. Why did Carol want it so badly? The questions are mounting. Come to think of it, Quint, the first witness, has no alibi for Becky's death. We checked the phone records, and his call definitely came from her house. Is it possible he attacked Becky and then called us from the scene?
Nah, it gotta be someone else.
but everyone is suspicious one way or another. What should we do next, Zach?
Even Kaysen, because he is like.
Okay, who's the
I feel
most
like he's the one who's
suspicious?
supplying the raincoat killer, the red seeds. Wait, what was the thing? Let's talk to. Let's talk to Diane.
That's right. Becky's sister and Carol's enemy, linked to both
Oh.
Nick and Kaysen, the elegant owner of the art gallery.
Zach, that's our next move. We'll start with Diane.
So, you want to find out everything there is to know about Diane?
That's right. There's just too many things that we don't know. First, we need more intel about the relationship between Nick and Diane.
How?
Nick and Diane meet every night at the bar. Let's use that.
Nice.
George, we'll need you to stake out the gallery.
What do you mean?
Wait in the parking
Spy on
lot of
them.
the art gallery and tail Diane when she leaves. If she goes anywhere other than the bar, you let me know. Emily, you take the diner. Wait for Nick and tail him to the bar too. As with George, if he goes anywhere else, then you let me know.
Okay.
Thomas, you keep a watch on them inside the bar.
Yes, I will.
Don't mess up.
I'll be waiting in the parking lot of the bar. Once Nick and Diane are together, I will follow them wherever they go. What time do they usually show up, Thomas?
Around the same time. Usually between 22 and 2300.
Then at that time we do it, boys and girls.
He's always jumpy. I mean, his boss is the Monarch, the George guy. And he has to deal with customers at the bar. Apparently he's a bartender and a cop. Because he works behind the counter.